Should I check? Like, should someone check that we are actually
Are we
live?
live? Oh boy.
Those
I will
anti-climatic.
check.
No idea. We should be.
Let's see.
Oh, it's not coming up on mine. That's
No, it says we will be right back. The end
Nope.
Oh no, we are.
We
Are we?
Well, how did that happen?
Yeah.
Oh, we are.
It is not popping up on mine.
Hello, Wes.
Oh, okay. My phone is slow.
So
Hello.
strange.
We are live.
Oh, hi, Inconti97. Sorry, just to shout out.
Do we have viewers?
Is audio coming through? We might be a little quiet.
We have 3, and I think it's ourselves.
We are. There is audio coming through.
Well, it wouldn't be me.
Oh.
Okay. I'm gonna close.
Oh, there
that.
is.
Oh, strange. Oh, hi, Inconti97.
Wow, the lag is so weird.
I know.
Okay.
All right, we're a little delayed, but that's all right.
That was my fault. Sorry.
No worries. Unable to connect to chat. Well, I guess I won't be able to see anything. If I refresh, will the whole thing go away? I'm not gonna do that. That's a lot of work. I can't see chat.
Well, we're the only viewers. Okay, never mind. There's 5 people watching now. Don't mess up.
Don't mess up. We're live. Hello. Welcome to us playing D&D. The first time for my 3 friends, Donna from Psych IRL, Atholl Mills from Atholl Mills, and Roque from the Socks Box. It's all their first time playing D&D, so please be patient with us as we're all learning how to play. I'm learning how to do this live streaming thing. I'm very bad at technology, but I'll do my best to keep up. For whatever reason, I can't see chat that's live, so if you're saying stuff, we won't see it. If you want to tweet it at us, all of our Twitters are up on the screen, so we should be able to see it that way. But let's get things started. All of you guys have your dice rollers up online because you do not have physical die. You have your character sheets. We made the characters by them sending me like the ideas of what they want to do, and then me like using the rules to like make up their character sheets for them. So it might be a little bit of a slow process, but the goal is just we're gonna have a good time. I think that you guys will enjoy it. So let's start with a description of your 3 characters. First, we have Psych.
I'm first. Okay.
a human who wears leather armor with a hood flap in the back if you want it to be a bit more stealthy. You also do have a tail, which is a bit unusual for a human. Is that something that you like flaunt and show off, or is that something that you like hide under like a cloak or something?
Oh, I definitely flaunt it. I'm proud of this tail.
You're proud of the tail?
Yeah.
Sticking right out of the back of the leather armor is a tail that's more monkey-like than anything else. With it, you are able to grab stuff up to like 5 pounds, and whatever strange incident occurred that gave you the tail also granted you with the ability to teleport a limited distance for a limited number of times.
Hashtag blessed.
Traveling along with Psych, we have Lilandarin, a icy blue-skinned tiefling sorcerer. Being a tiefling, you are devilish in appearance with horns up at your front and also a tail coming out at the back and ending with a little fork. Not a fork, a point.
Fork.
A fork? Yeah, it's a fork. You know what? It's a fork at the end. Why not?
It's got a devil's tail.
A devil's tail. You are dressed in your mercenary uniform, and you are walking along with your staff through which you are able to cast shadowy magic that has been granted unto you. The horns up on your front, are those just like, what kind of horns are we talking about, Atholl? Like ram's horns, like curled, like what are we looking at?
I would say kind of like Maleficent horns.
Maleficent
We'll go with
horns? Doing the
Ooh.
little curl
Yeah.
up in the back there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
we'll go with that.
And the last companion of the trio is Pyro Obsidian, a fire Hanasi. So she's of a shorter stature and has red skin. Her eyes occasionally flare with sparks. It almost looks like her eyes catch on fire anytime that she becomes agitated or when she's in complete darkness and needs to see around her. She is dressed in a metal chain shirt to help protect her from any wounds that might befall upon her, as she is serving the will of the god of thieves and of shadows, Mask. You carry on you a holy symbol of Mask that looks like a fairly featureless mask, eye holes and a mouth hole, gray complexion with occasional red coloring throughout. It's like a symbol. Is this like an amulet that you carry? Is this like a ring that you wear? Is this something embedded onto your clothes? How obvious do you make this symbol?
Pretty obvious.
Pretty obvious. Is this like across the chain shirt? It's like a design up in the front
It's
of it.
there. I'm a good devotee.
All right. So designed up in the front is this mask design. The three of you who have, for whatever reason, decided to travel together, you all seem to be of a stealthier shadow types. Pyro, worshipping the god of thieves, you are, of course, attracted to the idea of working with these two individuals, a magical manipulator of shadows in Lilandarin, and a stealthy spy, Psych. The three of you's abilities mold surprisingly well together. So you've been...
Why we're friends?
You're friends, and you've been working together for a little bit of time now. Can I see chat now? Did that happen? I cannot. Still can't see chat. But anyway, as the three of you proceed along your travels, you find yourselves traveling along the long road. And as the name implies, this road is long. It's several hundred miles, stretching across countryside, connecting two major cities to each other. As this world is more of a fantasy theme, we're talking like medieval level technology, like horse-drawn carriages, no like firearms or stuff like that. Magic being the closest thing to a firearm that you could carry on you. And you are all adorned with the weapons that you use to protect yourselves as you are traveling, and that you use anytime that you might need to fight your way through an obstacle as you travel along your way. But after a day of travel, the sun begins to set, and you're starting to find yourselves tired. You haven't seen a whole lot along the long road, except you are coming up across a building that you watch two people go inside, similarly looking tired, looking like they're travelers. From a distance, you watch them go inside. As you approach, you can see kind of from the just structure of this building, with a larger center and like two smaller areas off to the side, it looks like this would be like an inn/tavern. Though there is no name for this inn listed on the front of it. Seeing no other place to rest for the night, the three of you enter the inn with no name, hoping to bed down here for the night. Inside, you can see there are 7 round tables around which not a lot of people sit. There's one person alone at one table, one person on like the far end of another. The two people that you watched go inside are now at the counter on the far end, and they are speaking with the person behind the counter, a orc fellow with green skin, 2 tusks sticking out the front of his mouth, and a scar going horizontally across his face. They're a bit too far away to hear for you to hear what they're conversing about. But as you walk into the inn, what would you like to do?
Look for a name of the place. There has to be somewhere inside.
You can roll an investigation check to see if you can see anything around. as you are searching
That's
for
a
a place.
21, right?
Yeah, roll a d20 and then add your investigation modifier in the skills box on the left side of your sheet.
Oh, geez.
Are you doing that?
Investigation, right?
Yep, investigation.
Investigation. Hang on. Right.
Plus 18.
18. You look around.
Yeah.
What was that?
Sorry.
Looking
It's
for
not
a
my
name
turn.
of the place.
Didn't hear you, Atholl. Sorry. All right, so Pyro, as you look around the edges of the door on the inside and out where like normally a name would be posted, you don't see anything, and you look behind the counter, you look around for any like banners or labels of what this place might be named. You see no such thing. The only like wall decoration that you really see in this wooden ramshackle building is along the door that you came in. Up along the top of it is a strung-up banner with a bunch of triangle flags of different colors running along the uppermost part of the wall.
Triangle flags?
Well, at least it's not a sign that says "Do not leave."
Yeah, there's no such sign that says "You will die here." Yeah, no name,
That's
but
a bit
otherwise it
comfy.
looks like a standard roadside inn. You can see that there are at the end close to the counter along the left wall and along the right wall there's a door that presumably leads to like the hallway where the rooms would be housed in. This area being the main tavern center, but then 2 hallways where presumably rooms and lodging could be found.
All right, so should we talk to those guys or should we enter one of those halls?
That's up to y'all.
I want to know what all
I
these
think we
people.
should
One of
talk
these
to
people
someone.
at the What about one of the people at the tables? Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there's, like I said, there's 2 tables with people at them, each having 1 person. Off to your left is a human-looking fellow with tanner skin, bald head, and very sunken eyes. It looks like he has heavy dark circles, like he hasn't slept well in maybe his whole life. He's sitting there clutching
Same,
a warm
sis.
mug.
Same.
What? Yeah.
Same.
He's sitting there clutching a warm mug and kind of just staring it deep into its contents. And then at the other table on your right side, there is an elvish person with pointy ears, short-cut hair that has been dyed blue. They're wearing leather armor. It looks like they're more accustomed to being out in the wilderness than holed up inside a city or something. And they have a flower petal sitting in front of them on the table, and they're just kind of moving their hands in the air, and the petals on the flower are kind of like bending and swaying with the way that they're manipulating their finger.
Oh.
So we can talk to Sad Boy or Bougie Fairy.
Possibly. Also at the
Well, you know, I
counter,
love Sad Boy.
still talking to the orc proprietor, is 2
right.
shorter dwarven individuals. They both have to like prop themselves up on stools to be able to look over the counter and talk to the orc behind it.
Sounds relatable.
Let's talk to the sad guy. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, the 3 of you go up to the rounded table that the sad guy is sitting at, and as you take a seat, he doesn't even look up from his mug for a solid like 10 seconds of awkward silence before he like slowly raises his eyes and like looks at the 3 of you. Yes, can I help you?
Rude. Right. So what are we asking him?
We didn't think this through.
Oh no, we did. Don't worry. So.
Where are you traveling from?
Yeah.
I come from the city of Waterdeep. I tend the graves there, and I had to perform a burial out in Silvery Moon, and I'm on my way back now.
Ooh.
What brought you to the inn?
Just resting for the night, though. I wish I had rested anywhere else. Might be better than the room that I got. Like, takes a sip from his mug and puts it back down. Just stares inside it again.
What's wrong with your room?
I tried to go to sleep. I've been traveling for days now, and I just wanted to rest, but I heard noises and moans and scratchings along the walls, but I couldn't see anything, and when light started to come from the closet, I just came out here and, got myself a drink.
What room are you in?
Room 2.
Ooh, can we investigate?
I mean, I left my stuff in there. I don't really want you going through it. But
Trust us.
he's gonna like look you up and down, Lalandarin, and he's gonna see how trustworthy you look, or he's gonna try to. He's basically trying to see, like, do you think that he's nuts and you want to rob his stuff, or do you actually want to help him? So if you could roll either persuasion if you're actually like genuine about your offer to help, or deception if you are if you don't believe a word he's saying and you just plan on robbing the stuff that's in his room.
Alright, so deception's a +3, but persuasion's a +5. So we're gonna go with persuasion. So I'm gonna roll. So I got 4.
You got 4, and then you can add your +5 to it.
Yeah. So that's 9.
So that's a 9.
9.
Well, that beats his natural 1. He looks you up and down. You're a strange group, but you seem trustworthy enough. In my experience, it's the strange people that often have the more sensible souls. Yeah, I ran out and I didn't lock the door behind me, so if you wanted to go and see whatever the heck is going on in there, be my guest.
What do you guys think? Yeah?
Thanks, dude.
Sure.
Let's go investigate the
Let's
room.
go investigate. Yeah.
Wait,
Alright,
which way is the room?
You guys get up from the table, and you can see that the 2 doors off on the left and off on the right are both labeled with the room numbers that are in that hallway. The one on your left is labeled 1 to 3, and the one on the right is labeled 4 to 6. So I assume that you're heading towards the one labeled 1 to 3 if you're heading to room 2.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
You start heading over to that door, and from behind the counter, the orc standing there goes, "Hey! Hey?
Hi.
What? Why are you going back there? You know pay for room."
We're getting something for our friend.
Make a deception check, Pyro.
I only have a +3 deception, so I don't know if that would be very good.
Deception.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Pyro's the one
I
that
have a-
spoke, so
I have a
Keita should
2.
be making the roll.
Alright, so...
Ew. 4.
4,
Okay.
no pay, no go back. You want
How
a
much
room?
is it? How much is it?
2 gold a night.
Listen, we're going to this room. We just need to check something.
No pay, no access.
Well, I have a +5 intimidation, so...
You have a lot of charisma too, I think.
Alright, so
Atholl.
you get up on the counter, you like lean yourself over it.
Oh gosh.
You position your devil tail upright so that way you can do your best to look intimidating. This is a big fellow behind the counter, but you're scary looking yourself. Can you make an intimidation roll for me?
Oh yeah, cool. Right, so roll 17 plus 5. So that is 20.
Alright, well, I'm done using this die that rolled me 2 nat 1s in a roll. He like looks at you and he goes, "Alright, fine, whatever.
Yes.
You'll still need to pay if you want to sleep here." He just like nods over to the door that you were heading towards.
Well, like,
Can I
literally,
scare him with
we're
my
gonna-
flame eyes?
Sorry, what was that?
Can I scare him with my flame eyes?
you like light up your flame eyes, and he like startles back for a second, but doesn't seem like it's bizarre to be sure, but it's not the scariest thing that he's seen in his life. A lot of strange people have come through this inn is the type of vibe that you get.
Well, we're gonna try before we buy, so we're just gonna check out the room now.
All right. So opening up the door leading to the hallway labeled 1 to 3, you go inside and you can see immediately to your right is the restroom. It's currently unoccupied. And then along the hallway that goes in front of you and down to the left, there's rooms in order 1, 2, 3. All doors are currently closed right now.
Okay, first observation. We have to share a toilet.
One toilet for this hallway of 3 rooms. Yeah, it's a shared toilet scenario.
Oh.
I think Atholl scared. I mean, Lalandrin scared him.
Okay.
What did the guy say his room was again?
He said 2.
And he said he left it open.
So
he left it unlocked, he said.
Unlocked, yes.
Let's just head on in.
All right. You guys go over to door number 2. Who's the one that's actually going to open the door?
Donna, you go.
All right.
Yeah.
The door.
Psych, Charles, you go, girl. Let's do this.
Psych, Charles, as you head on up to this door, are you like bursting it open, or are you like slowly creeping in to like check and see if you can like be unnoticed by whatever might be inside?
Let's do the slow creep.
All right. Can you make a stealth check for me?
Stealth check.
Yep, so roll a d20 and add your stealth modifier.
What was that again?
Roll a d20 and then add your stealth modifier.
Oh, I see. Stealth. So it's 7. It says 11.
11. All right. The door is a lot creakier than you intended, and as you slowly open it, you like stop for a second. And you're like, and you just keep like kind of like trying to make the creak as least noticeable as possible. And you poke your head inside. The first thing that you notice, the air in this room is like has got to be at least 20 degrees colder than the rest of the space outside the room. And there's a low-hanging bluish mist along the floor. You can see Creek poking your head in. Make a perception check as well.
Who, me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Perception. Okay, so that's adding 4, right?
Whatever I believe for you it is a +4. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I got a 16.
Okay. You open the door, you scan the area, you can see where a duffel bag of stuff has been left behind and like left open. You can see inside that it doesn't look like the man outside was lying to you. You can see the implements that might be used by a grave tender or someone who is carrying remains. He has like some urns that presumably are filled with cremated corpses. There's a holy symbol in there of some sort of religious icon, and you can see that the sheets on the bed have been like thrown off to the side. Like, yeah, he just bolted up and ran out. Looking inside, you can see a bluish glow coming from the closet in the far corner of the room. Yeah, and that's what you're able to see just by poking your head in.
Gosh.
Do we go all the way in?
Right now, it's just the door has been popped open, and Sai has poked her head in to like look around.
What do you want to do, Sai?
Oh god. Okay, we're already here. Might as well go in, right?
Definitely.
Let's go
Can
in.
I produce a flame to try and heat up the place?
Yeah. So you take out your hand and a small like torch flame appears in your hand, you're able to keep yourselves and your companions close by, slightly warmer because it is chilly in this room.
True.
As you step inside, you're able to illuminate the otherwise fairly dark interior as well. You don't get too many more details from this light other than perhaps making it a little less scary than it otherwise could be. But you all step inside the room. What would you like to do?
Where's his stuff?
His stuff is
Donna, you're the
in a
perceptive
bag,
one.
duffel bag right in front of the bed, and then the closet is in the corner, like, if you guys are entering from the bottom left corner of the room, the bed's in the middle, and the closet's in the top right corner of the room.
I think we should look in the... He said the light was coming from the wardrobe, didn't he?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you can still see from underneath the crack, like underneath the door of the closet wardrobe, there is still a blue light coming from inside there.
Alright, let's investigate that.
Alright. You guys walk up closer. As you get closer and closer to the light, the room gets colder and colder until like you're maybe 30 degrees less than the rest of the space outside. You can start to see your own breaths as you are now in front of the wardrobe door.
Oh.
Oh gosh, this guy got a bad deal in a room.
Literally, I would be asking for that money back.
Same. Well, if anything jumps out, I can throw my flame at it. So.
Yeah, should we open the wardrobe?
As the three of you are standing in front of the wardrobe discussing what to do, from inside the closet you hear a...
Because for all we know, this guy could have done this and, like, you know, just left the body, like, in the wardrobe and could be coming back.
He knows we're here, though.
Very true.
Quick question, what does the Sacred Flame do exactly?
Sacred Flame is a cantrip, and when you cast it, like arcing out from you, almost like a rainbow, is a flame of divine radiance. Whatever thing you're targeting has to see if they're able to dodge out of the way, and if they're not, you do the damage to it. But it's basically a holy light of fuck you.
Oops. Okay, well, if all else fails, I will do that. So, what do you guys want to do? Do you want to open it?
I think we should very carefully open it.
If all else fails, I can use Chill Touch, which is a ranged spell attack from 120 feet in front of me.
Okay, maybe we'll go with yours. I'll hold the flame.
Yeah, because then it clings to the target until the start of my next turn, preventing it from healing. So if anything goes wrong, you and I can team up, and you can hit it with fire, and then I'll stop it from healing. How about that? That's if it's something bad.
That sounds good.
All right, so as the two of them are getting their spells ready to fire, Sai, are you opening the wardrobe door?
Sure.
All right, as you touch your hand to the doorknob, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution roll?
Yeah, so directly above the skills block, there's a little saving throw area that has strength, dexterity, constitution. I don't think you add anything to your Constitution saving throw, but it should have a modifier listed there.
Ooh,
it says +2 though. Is it?
Yeah. So if that's what it says, then that's what you add to your roll.
Okay. It says 15.
15, and then is that with the +2 added or not?
Yeah, it is.
It is. Okay, so as you touch your hand to the door, it's like you are touching an icicle in Antarctica. This is cold, but you are able to like get a grip on it and push the door open, like kind of like freezer burn, taking your hand off it. And as the door swings open, the blue light begins to now fill the room, and you can see levitating in the wardrobe a the spectral ghost of some sort of man wearing torn up clothing, and he turns and looks over at the three of you. Get out.
Oh God.
He starts to
Shadow
reaches
dude,
his
you're
hand
up.
forward and starts levitating over towards Psy, who is the closest person, having just opened the door.
Come on, Pyro,
I
get
put the
your.
flame edge and tried to chase it.
What are you guys
Can't
doing?
I
Can't
think
I like?
Pyro is going in for the attack. Why not?
No, to just defend side.
I can teleport away, can't I?
You could.
Oh, yeah.
Would you like to do so?
Sai is teleporting
I'm out.
behind us.
You're just gonna leave us.
Poof! And going from this area of the room to the far back corner of the room, Psy blinks away and then blinks black in the corner of the room, getting your full 30 feet away. I believe you have 3 uses of that, so that's one that you've used.
Yeah, I've used it once. Okay.
As Psy, the person that I was reaching towards, teleports away, it looks out in the rest of the room, and its bluish light starts to become more purple, and it grows itself larger, its face distorting, and fangs start to come out, and it screams, "I will be free!" And I need everyone to make a wisdom saving throw, as it is trying to terrify you.
Wisdom. I've got
Wisdom.
0. Oh, no.
And make sure that you're checking in the saving throw box, because some of you might have bonuses to wisdom saving throw. I know at least Kita does. I'm not sure about the other 2.
Yep.
So what am I checking?
Yeah.
Wisdom
I have
saving
12.
throw. Right above the skills box, there's a saving throw box.
Oh, right, yeah, so
Oh, okay.
I've got a +0, but I got a 20.
Oh, you got a natural 20?
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are completely unfazed by this. You're part devil. You've seen worse.
Wait, so it's the
Okay,
circle. It's this. So we add both numbers.
No, just the one. Just one number.
We add the
Saving throws,
+2, right? The plus whatever.
Let me pull up your sheet. Yeah, for you it's a +2.
I
And
got
then
12.
You got a 12, okay, and Donna?
Hold on. Ugh, I got a 4.
Alright, so while Lalandarin, you've seen far worse than this, you are completely unfazed. Pyro and Psy, this is just outside of your realm of weird, and the 2 of you are shaking in your boots. You are frightened. You are unable to move closer to this thing and find yourselves very compelled, we need to back up and get on out of here. And as that is the current status quo, can I have the 3 of you each roll initiative? That will determine the roll of the order of the fight that's about to happen.
This is gonna be bad.
Where's the initiative?
16.
That
Where
is
is
in
it?
the top-ish middle area. There's 3 boxes. One says armor class, one says initiative,
Oh,
one says
initiative
speed.
+1. Oh, great. Oh, where's right? Roll.
Okay, 16.
16.
I got 15.
16 and 15 for Pyro.
Oh, I got 15 as well.
What'd you get?
+1, so 16.
16.
15 +1, so 16.
All right. All right, you all rolled very high. Lalandarin, since you are not frightened right now, we'll say that you can go first. What are you going to do?
Oh. Right. Hang on a minute.
From where you're standing, this ghost is probably about 10 feet in front of you.
Right. Oh, so I have an absorb element spell, which is a 1st level spell. It's a reaction spell, so when you take damage from acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder, you can use the spell to make yourself resistant to that type of damage until the start of your next turn. Additionally, you can make a melee attack on your next turn. You can add damage equal to 1d6 of the type of element you absorbed to the damage you deal on that attack. So we're going to do that.
Because it's a reaction, you actually don't need to do that right now. You can do that when you are hit by some sort of something that ghost does to hurt you. This
So
way
can
you're
I
not
like wait
wasting
for?
the
Can
spell.
I have that like in place? Like
You
just to
don't
see what he
need to have
does?
it ready. It's just like when you are hurt by one of those types of damage things, your reaction is just I cast this spell so it doesn't hurt me as much.
All right. Okay. Right. Okay. Right. Okay. Right. Okay. Wait a minute. Right. I'm just gonna read the other ones.
What you
Right,
gonna
okay,
do?
so I'm going to use Shocking Grasp then, which is an action when an enemy comes too close for comfort. You can make a melee spell attack, adding to your spell attack bonus against the target to deliver a jolt of electricity to it. On a hit, the target takes 1d8 lightning damage, and it cannot take reactions until the start of its next turn.
All
We're going
right,
to do
so
that.
you walk up so that you're able to touch this thing. Can you roll a d20 and add your spell attack bonus to
Right,
see if
swi-
you're able to grasp onto this spectral form in front of you?
Right. I rolled another 15. And where's the spell attack?
It's on your spell sheet. It should be up in that descriptive in the little text area. I think it's a
Oh, spell attack bonus, you add +5, so it's a 20.
20. Yeah, you are able to reach your hand out, and even though you can't physically touch this ghost, you put your hand right in the middle of its spectral being, and electricity bursts forth from your hand. Can you roll a d8 to see how much damage you deal?
Okay, I did 5.
At 5?
Yeah.
Yeah. As electricity bursts forth from you, the ghost like howls in pain as you can see lightning kind of encapsulate its entire being coming from the inside out. It is basically stuck there and unable to do anything for a second as it's just been electrocuted, and you're able to like back up out of the way so that way it can't like touch you.
Awesome.
All
I
right.
feel like Storm.
Alrighty. That was Lalandarin's turn. Pyro, you are up. As this ghost is reeling from its electrocution, what would you like to do?
Get my dark vision going and throw my flame at it. The produce flame.
Okay, yeah, so you already had the flame going up. You're able to whiff it at it. Can you make a spell attack roll? So add roll a d20 and add your spell attack modifier.
Spell attack modifier.
Spell attack bonus, whatever it's called on the sheet.
Oh, okay. Got it. 20!
All right. After this thing
God.
has been electrocuted, fire bursts. You hit square in the face of this ghost. Can you roll the damage that you roll with it? Whatever that is. I feel like it's a d6.
Where's damage?
Produce flame 1d8. So roll a d8, and that's how much fire damage you'll deal to it.
D8.
Third one
3.
died.
3. As this flame bursts across its face, it like catches half of the face, and the other half of the firebolt like scatters along the wall, sparking some of the wood that's over there. But yeah, you can tell that hurt this ghost. All right, and then would either of the two of you like to back farther away from this ghost? You're about 10 feet away right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll back up.
All right.
You'll back up? We're winning. Like, why would you back up?
All right. Well, Pyro will back up, and Lalandril is standing her ground, or Lalandril is standing his ground as Pyro backs up. Like, this is still scary. Like, oh my god. And Psy, you are up next.
Alright, well, this is a ghost, and all I have are physical attacks. Like, all I have are sneak attack. Will it work?
Only one way to find out.
Alright. Okay, so I have sneak attack. Deal an extra 1d6 of damage with an attack you have an advantage on. Or if an ally is within 5 feet of your target.
Yeah, so
once...
both of them are
what does this mean?
too far away for you to get your sneak attack in. They would have to be closer and like diverting its attention for you to be able to sneak, so you won't have this on that attack.
Yeah. Okay.
But from the distance that you're at, if you want to fire at it with your I think you have a crossbow.
Short bow.
Short bow, yeah. If you want to fire at it with your short bow, you are able to, or if you want to run on up to it and attempt to stab it with either your rapier or your daggers, you are able to do either of those.
Let's do the short bow.
All right. Whipping out your short bow, can you roll a d20 and add the short bow's attack bonus? Which I think
Attack
for you
bonus.
is a +5.
5. So I just enter that in the modifier, right?
Yeah, that's something you
Okay.
can totally do.
Oh my God,
20,
I didn't realize you could do that. Sorry.
22.
22? Oh yeah, you're able to hit. Roll damage. So that on your short bow is 1d6 + 3.
1d6 + 3. 5.
All right. As you take out your bow and fire from across the room, the ghost itself is incorporeal. The arrow itself passes through, but as it hits the spectral body of the ghost, it slows down in its momentum. It looks like it hurt a little bit, but not as much as it would if it were a normal person or something. All right. Anything else that you would like to do on your turn? Move closer. Stay where you are. You can't move closer because you are frightened.
Yes.
Forgot about that.
How hurt is this thing?
It's looking pretty hurt now. It's been electrocuted from the inside. Fire has been gouted across its face, and you just shot it through. It's looking a lot more hurt than it intended to be by popping out of the closet like that.
Okay. Then I guess stay where I am, I guess.
All right. It is now the ghost's turn, and it is going to,
Oh God.
reeling from the damage that it took, it's going to float up to the person closest to it, which is Lalandarin, who did not back away from it, and it's going to try to phase inside your body, and from the inside you can feel it try to dominate your will and possess you. Can you make a charisma saving throw for me?
Charisma.
I'm so glad I backed away.
Yeah, you don't. I have a +5, Kita, so we might be okay. So am I rolling a d20 again?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're rolling a d20 and then adding your charisma saving throw from that saving throw box
Right.
above the skills.
20. I got a 20 + 5, so 25.
25. That's a real good roll.
I'm doing good with these 20s.
As it starts to possess you and try to dominate its will, your will is just so much stronger than it. And as you force it out of your body, you're able to sense part of this ghost is in a perpetual state of pain. However it died, it was not a natural or pleasant death. As you are able to shake its will free, it leaves your body and is just kind of floating there, stunned next to you. And that is the end of its turn. Back to the top of the order, Lalandarin, you are up next.
So obviously I can kind of sense that it didn't die in a very nice way. So maybe it's just sort of its defense is to try and get everyone to back away from it. Can we reason with it or try and speak to it?
You can certainly try.
Yeah, because I've got +5 persuasion. So can I not try and use that to my advantage to try and get it to see reason or sort of talk?
You absolutely can. What are you gonna say to this ghost to try to? What are you gonna say?
Just be what's good?
Hey man.
What's your beef? We've not actually done anything. Well, we have, but
I don't know.
you started it.
I have.
Yeah. So you're trying to convince it now that you know a little bit more about it. You're oh well, hold on. We can be friends. You're trying to show we can stop fighting each other. Is essentially what you're trying to do.
I understand you. Don't feel bad.
All right. Can you make a persuasion check for me?
So persuasion's +5. So then do I just do a roll of d20 again, or?
Yeah, roll a d20 and then add 5 to it.
Oh, 22. I'm doing 17 plus 5, so 22.
Nothing but good rolls thus far. Like, oh, except for that.
It's like, I think it's rigged.
Yeah, and you're
Except
doing
for Donna, who
absolutely
was
amazing
terrified
over
of the
here.
thing.
Dude,
Yeah,
I know.
you're kind of like, whoa, friend, hold up, like, we're sorry that we like started to fight. We're sorry that we scared you. Like, let's just stop right here. Let's be reasonable, type deal, right?
Yeah, that's what we're gonna go with. See what happens.
All right. So that's how you spend your turn. Pyro, you are up next. What would you like to do?
Well, did it give an answer?
I know.
Yeah,
It's-
what was his reaction to me being like, yo, man?
It's kind
Oh,
of
love.
looking around and gauging the situation. You've convinced it to stop outright attacking you, and now it's trying to like get a better read on the three of you.
Oh boy. I have a thing with medicine. Does that mean I could heal it a little?
You sorry, what
To try and
spell
gain
was
its trust? I've got like this medicine thing. Does that mean I could like heal it, or is that just for me? Because then I feel kind of bad.
I'm sorry. Can you state again
It's
what you're trying to do? I couldn't hear it.
Under the skills thing, it says medicine. Does that mean I can like heal that thing a little?
So yeah, you're proficient in medicine. That's like when a person is injured, you're able to like kind of know how to treat it. I'm gonna say that you're not gonna get a whole lot from that skill in this scenario.
Okay. Let's see. What can I do here?
Have you got very good persuasion at all? No, or
I've got a -1, but I guess we could try it. Persuasion to get it to answer.
You're gonna try to do the same thing that Lalandarin did. You're gonna try to convince it that you're not a threat.
Yeah.
Okay.
And turn off the glowy eyes.
All right. Your eyes no longer setting ablaze, and you're kind of like putting your hands up like I'm not casting any spells. You can make a persuasion check, and because your friend Lalandarin is trying to convince it of the same thing, it's as if he's helping you. You can roll a d20 2 separate times and take the highest roll. That's called rolling with advantage. It's more likely that you'll succeed.
Okay. First one was 3.
Good
Second
thing.
is 12. Okay. 12 minus 1, so 11.
11. All right. Yeah. You're like, okay. Yeah. We're not gonna fight, and it's seeing what you're doing, and it's not unconvinced. Sai, you're up. What are you gonna do?
You said
save.
you rolled a 5, right?
She rolled an 11.
Oh, you rolled an 11?
Yeah. Well, I rolled a 12, and then I had to take away 1.
And that was for persuasion?
Yeah.
Yeah. I grew up on the streets. I'm not good at talking to people.
I know, right? I also have a +0 on persuasion.
More than me.
Sometimes
True.
you got to do things that you're not naturally good at. If that's what you think the situation calls for.
I feel like that's the only thing to do.
Did you not like decept it? Like
Deception is +2 only.
Okay.
But do we really want to deceive the thing if we want to get information from it?
But could she not deceive it that she's not going to attack it, and then if he doesn't agree, she could then attack it, even though her attack last time didn't work.
Yeah,
But-
my attack sucked.
I'm trying to think.
Can I look around while they're being nice to? Well, you guys are being nice to it. I have great perception. I have 4 perception.
So you're
don't
looking
you
around.
have
What are you
14?
trying to find? What are you trying to find out?
I don't know, just like whatever its behavior is, while
Okay.
Atholl and Keith are being nice to it, I guess.
Trying to read its behavior would be more of an insight check, which I also think you're pretty good
Oh,
at.
insight. Yeah, I have 4 insight.
Yeah. So if
Do
you're
that.
trying to read
Yeah.
what its response is, you can go ahead and make an
Yes.
insight roll.
Alright, I'll do that. Ugh, like 7.
7 plus.
Well, I just added the modifier, so
So it's a 7 all around.
overall, yeah.
You've never had to read the emotions of a ghost before. Plus, it's still kind of
Press the
scaring
blue
you.
half its face off.
As you're looking at it, you're like, I can tell that it's scary, and that it could hurt us if it wanted to. But that's about all you're able to get from it.
Perfect.
All right, on the ghost's turn, it's going to shift its face from the distorted, frightening image that it had and kind of go back to its normal human-looking self. It's going to give the three of you each a glance, and then it's going to start floating its way back towards the closet that it came from, and like kind of stop before it goes inside. Looks at the three of you. Are you doing anything in response to it floating away?
Can we not, like, can I not try and persuade it to stay?
You can certainly try. As it glances to look back, you try to like say like, no, come on, let's stay, let's talk. Make a persuasion roll. For
Yeah. Yeah, so that D20 plus 5.
Yep.
18.
Dang.
It
I did
stops.
really
They're good
well.
rolls.
That's with the plus 5 is 18.
Okay. It stops floating where it is, and it kind of like turns to face the three of you. It kind of like looking a lot more anxious at the situation. Looks at the three of you. Yes.
Can we ask it if it's one of the things, well, one of the people that were in the urns?
I mean, you can, yeah. Would you like to?
What do you think, guys?
Yeah,
Go
why
for it.
not?
It's already friendly right now. Friendly.
Oh.
All right,
Okay.
so yeah,
Were they
you
in one
ask
of
it
the
if it was
urns?
one of the people in the urns. It kind of like cranes its neck up and looks over at the bag that you gesture towards. It starts floating its way over there meekly, making sure that it's not like startling you guys to start fighting it again. Do you like clear a path to let it go?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, let it go.
It floats
Let
its
it
way
go.
over to the urns,
Don't stop at all.
Sorry.
and it starts like looking at the urns inside. There's 3 different ones, and it inspects all 3 of them, and it looks up at you, and it shakes its head no.
Oh, so it wasn't from one of those?
Did it know someone?
I want to know why it's there.
Yeah.
Do you ask it?
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't recall. I feel like my body is buried nearby. But I can't
Is this a
remember how I
recent-
died.
Oh, that's a shame.
Does that mean you can't leave?
I don't know.
How long have you been a ghost?
I don't know.
Oh.
Do you know the man staying in this room?
He frightened me, and I wanted him to go away.
Oh. What brought you to the inn? Or did you just like wake up here?
I'm having a hard time remembering anything about anything.
Is your middle name Amnesia? Because you sure seem to have it.
As the 3 of you start giggling, I don't get it.
Sorry.
I apologize about him. Can we check the closet you were in? For a clue.
Nods meekly.
Right, so we're
Let's
gonna
go
go
check
to
out the
the.
closet.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's go.
All right, all three of you are doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, who's gonna take up the lead on the investigation?
Well, I'm
Who has
closest.
the mightiest weapon just in case?
Weapon.
Well, I have a defense attack that if I am attacked, I can sort of repel something with a spell. So,
All right.
So you're
and
gonna hang
I
out
am
in the
the
back
closest.
in case this thing comes at you from behind. Then is that what you're saying?
Oh no, would I
No,
not
in
be
case
looking?
something comes
Like,
out of the closet.
Ah,
in case something like
out of the
attacks
closet.
me.
So do you
Yeah,
want
if
to take
something
the
like
lead
was
then?
to attack me. Yeah, we'll do that. Why not?
Okay, so I'll have you roll an investigation check, and since both of your friends are helping you from behind, you can roll with advantage. Roll 2d20 and take the highest roll, and then add your modifier to
So
that.
roll twice.
Yeah, roll
Which
twice and take the
modifier?
higher one.
Right, so I rolled a 14 and a 16.
All right, so you'll want to take that 16.
So 16 plus 5 is 21.
You have a +5 to investigation?
Oh wait, no, I don't. I have no. It's a minus one. I've done that wrong. So it's a 15. It's a 15
Okay, -1. All right,
minus one.
as you're looking in the closet, you don't nothing seems out of place at first. You kind of like start feeling around, and you can feel that the bottom of the closet is kind of like damp and sticky.
Oh god, he's peed.
It's
I
not.
thought it was blood.
It's not that kind of sticky. It's more like if you put your hand on like raw meat, that kind of like sticky.
Oh right, so kind of like gooey-ish.
Yeah.
Gross.
I'm not. What next? What next, guys? What should I do? Should I sniff it? Why not?
Well, I don't want to use a flame in case I cook it.
And I've just touched it, so it might light me as well. We don't want that.
Yeah. As your
Yeah.
hand is stuck on it, it's actually kind of like hard to pull your hand off it. Like you have to like yank off to get your hand off of the surface.
Right.
You better wash your hands before you get a drink.
Ooh.
What are you doing?
I'm reading my spell.
Donna has a higher passive wisdom. That means she can see more things.
Passive wisdom?
Yeah,
are you looking
passive
at?
wisdom or passive perception is kind of like what you see when you're not looking for things. Just like how alert you normally are. It doesn't really apply in this situation because you're like actively like trying to look for things. You're helping Lilanderin check inside right now.
So since we're all investigating, should we just all roll an investigation? Or is...
Yeah, so not really. Your guys' help is what let Atholl roll twice and take the higher. Because he was taking the lead and you guys are helping him.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
So aside from the sticky walls, what else is there?
Nothing really. It's empty on the inside of this closet. There's some of the mist, the green or the bluish fog that's hanging about in the rest of the room. You would anyone but, or let's just have, while Lilanderin is checking this out, Psy and Pyro, you can each make an Arcana check. Arcana is like seeing if you can figure out like any magic stuff that might be going on here.
11.
11, and Psy?
Yeah, let's see. Oh, I have a +1 for this.
Same.
13.
13? Alright, so the two of you are pretty sure that the mist that's hanging about is a result of this ghostly transformation. In terms of the sticky bottom of this thing, you're not really sure if it has to do with any type of magical influence. Nothing that you can think of off the top of your head that would cause it to be like that.
Maybe we should ask it what it wants. Can we do that?
That's an idea.
There's
Didn't
nothing
seem
stopping
to
you
know.
from doing so.
Should we really waste time with him though? He didn't seem to know very much.
Right. True.
Maybe we just haven't been asking the right question.
All right, let's ask that then. I'll ask that.
All right.
Yeah.
You get up as from the inspecting the surface of the closet floor. You turn around and you ask it what it wants.
Mm-hmm. Kind of, I guess.
Then what do you ask?
I guess it's more like, I don't know. It's like motivation, I guess, to just ask that. I don't know how to say it. I don't know how to word it properly.
What is like his purpose?
Yeah, sort of like
Why
that.
are you
Yeah.
here?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah. So the three of
It
you
doesn't
managed
have
to
to be
cobble
unfinished
together that
business.
question, and it looks up at the three of you. My soul wasn't able to pass on. Something near my body is preventing it from passing on. If that thing could be removed, then my spirit could enter the afterlife.
Right, so we need to find where his body is then.
Okay,
Yeah.
he doesn't know,
But he
but he knows
doesn't
it's
know.
nearby.
I know that it's somewhere near here, close by. I don't know where exactly.
Maybe it's in the guy's bag. Maybe it's in the guy's belongings.
We checked there.
Oh,
Or
you
he
said
looked
the
in there.
closet
Oh, we
was
did.
in
Never
the
mind.
back right corner from the door, right?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
The closet of this room, it's in the back right corner of the room,
Yep,
right?
correct.
That's closest to room 3, right?
That would be closest to to room 3.
Should we go look in there?
Why not?
Yeah.
Okay.
Am I still stuck?
No,
Or is that my
it just took a
hand?
little more effort to pull your hand free than you would have thought, but you're able to like yank it off. It's just a lot stickier than like it really has any right to be.
Well, there's a
So can
bathroom
we-
near,
can
you
we,
can go
um,
wash your hands.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Yeah, so Lilanderin goes to the bathroom to wash his hands, and as he heads on forward to do that, and Sai and Pyro, you start leaving, the ghost kind of looks at you as
We
you
tell him
start
that
to
we're
leave.
going to check the next room first.
That you tell him that?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very polite.
Then he says, "Thank you. I'll wait here," and he kind of floats back inside the closet, and the door just closes behind him.
Great.
I feel bad for blowing half his face off.
All right.
Okay,
We just
Lilanderin,
wanted
as
a
you
night's
go
sleep.
to the bathroom and you go up to the sink and you start pumping to get the water out. You're pumping for a while, and it seems like the pipes in this place aren't working. There's no water comes out.
Maybe his body is in the pipes.
This
And
place
that's why there's no water.
sucks.
I know.
Hey,
Right. So I'm just gonna have to. Do I have a spell that's like a cleaning spell? Probably not.
I think you
Can
have
I burn the
prestidigitation,
stickiness off?
and that would be able to clean your skin. Yeah.
Yeah, do that then. We'll do that.
Yeah. So
Good
you
move.
cast magic, and you're able to unsoil your hand of the sticky, like greasy substance that was upon it.
residue.
Awesome.
All right, and you guys go up to door number 3. Who's going to open this door?
Oh well, Kia's not done something first, so she's doing this one.
All right. Go for it.
All right, you go to open it. It is locked.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh, I have
No,
thieves'
you have the
tools.
kit.
Yeah,
Thieves'
you do have thieves'
Will
tools.
that work?
All right, yeah, you bust out your thieves' tools. Go ahead and roll a d20, and you can add 5 total to that for your dex and for your proficiency.
Okay. 20.
20. As you pick this lock, it's a fairly difficult lock to pick, which is surprising based on the caliber of the rest of this place. Like, no working pipes, pretty crappy accommodations. It's a nice lock, but you're able to get it open, and the door is now unlocked. Are you going to do the same thing you did last time, attempt to open it stealthily?
Hang on a minute. Should we not have knocked to make sure no one was in the room?
You say after you have broken the lock of this door.
No,
Oh.
Kita, did you just say you're going to knock?
It's
no,
already
We've already put one in. Let's just
does
forget
not
it.
have an invisibility spell or something?
No,
Oh,
that's some
God.
real powerful magic. You guys don't have that yet.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a shame. Right, well, just
One
have to go
question
in.
for my disguise kit. That's different from using the spell disguise,
Yes,
right?
your disguise kit is like film prosthetics and like makeup and stuff.
Be a maid or
It can do stuff to the face, but it will take you a
Say
long
room
period of
service.
time. But your disguise self spell will just magically make yourself look flawlessly like another individual.
Except I can only increase my height by 1 foot.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't make yourself look as tall as say the orc
You.
bartender out front, but you could make yourself taller if you would like to cast that spell.
Okay. No, I'm just asking.
Okay.
Maybe I should disguise myself as someone there to clean the room.
Just say, did
And
you
then
order
go in.
room service?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, open with room service. See what happens.
Okay. So, Pyro, you knock on the door and you say, room service? Make a deception check for me, please.
Oh, jeez. This is gonna be bad. 15. That's already with the thing added.
No response.
Alright, be good. Here we
Empty
go.
room.
Put on a stupid dress for nothing. Can I change back now?
Did you cast the spell?
No, I used the disguise kit.
Yeah, you pulled out a slight costume alteration. Yeah, you're able to put that back real quick.
Mind you, maybe you
Okay.
shouldn't, because what if we get interrupted?
Oh, I
Then I'll
see.
just attack.
When we're in the room,
No.
it's probably better you stay in disguise, so at least you can lead if somebody were to walk in on us.
Okay, room service wench outfit back on.
Okay, I'll stay in this dress.
All right, you having a room service type skirt on. You open up the door. Are you attempting to open it stealthily, Donna, or just kind of go?
I
in?
do have
Say
plus
room
7.
service, we're good.
Oh. But nobody answered, right?
Nobody answered.
I do have
Yeah.
plus 7 stealth. Should I just roll a stealth?
You can.
Should
You're
I?
certainly able to.
Wouldn't hurt.
Alright, I'll do it. 23.
This time, knowing how squeaky those doors are, you're like, I got this, and you lift it up a little bit to adjust the misaligned door frame. Completely silent as the door slides its way open. You peek inside, and what you see is not like the room you just saw. You see a fleshy pink exterior. All of the walls look like you're looking inside an organ of some sort. Acid is dripping from the ceiling in forms of stomach juices. And you can see 4 dead bodies lying in the ground and partly digested by whatever acid is dripping from the ceiling.
Love it.
I hate having good hunches.
Right, so what can we do? I read something about acid. Thing.
Acid,
Oh,
I
right,
think
no,
is-
that's my reaction.
Yeah, acid is one
My
of the type of
reaction spell
damages
when I
that
take
if you were to
damage.
take it, you could protect yourself.
So can I use that then? So that like if I go in and like I get hit by acid, it won't affect me.
That's, again, if
Would
the
it work for
acid
all of
does
us?
actually hit you, you can do that immediately, and then this way you're not like wasting the spell, you know? Like, that's, if the acid
Alright,
hits
okay.
you, immediately you can be resistant to it.
Can we see the bodies, or are they quite like? Or will we need to move closer? Like, do any of the bodies resemble?
You're looking at them from a
Or
distance,
man.
and they're also in a like partly decayed state. Like the skin has been melted away at this point. You're looking at them from a bit of a distance. You can't make out too much from here. You can see that it looks like whatever possessions they had on them were just kind of like left with the bodies.
Should we go and investigate, or what?
Does anyone have a really high acrobatics thing to kind of like dodge the acid and have a look?
Is the
Let me
acid
have a
all
look.
around the room? Or
It's from the ceiling. There's like pockets of it that are dripping down. It looks like the
Oh.
whole ceiling is coated in some sort of like you're inside a stomach, kind of. It's like coated with this acid, and occasionally it just like drips down onto the surface of the floor.
Does that potentially mean that the house could be alive and that room 3 is its stomach?
that could be. Sounds like it.
Well, I've got a +1 of
Monster house.
acrobatics, so like, and if
Yeah,
all
I've
else
also only
fails,
got +1.
I have a 5 acrobatics.
but on the plus side
Hey,
of that,
guess who's going into the stomach?
no. But if I was to go in and I did get hit by acid, I can use a reaction spell to like not take damage.
Yeah,
I feel
that
like
would be the case.
That's a good. And Athol's
Yeah.
been rolling really good numbers lately.
He is.
Oh, you jinxed me! Literally jinxed me.
This better not be the one time you get like
I
a
know.
1.
Oh no.
Yeah, way to
Right,
go,
so
Donna.
can
way
I
to go.
No
can I
pressure.
roll? Can I roll an acrobatic?
Yeah, so you're going in and you're trying to like dodge the acid as it's coming down from the ceiling?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
To, like,
Roll an
get a
acrobatics
closer
check as you
look.
go inside.
Right. Okay. So that's another D20, right?
Yep, D20, and you add your 1 to it.
So I've got 12. That's with the +1.
12 with the +1.
Yeah.
All right, you go in and you're looking at the ceiling as you go, and you kind of got a good start to it. And as you're going in, you're dodging stuff dripping down. You just miss like once you pass by an area, acid drip down and start burning into your shoulder. If you would like to use your reaction to cast your spell.
Boom. We're gonna do that. Yeah.
Yeah. So as the acid drips down onto you, you would have taken 2 points of acid damage, but instead you'll just take 1 because you are now resistant to it. So your maximum hit points in the middle top-ish area of your character sheet, I believe, what is it for you? For you have 9 maximum hit points, so you got hit for 1 point of damage. You are at 8 current hit points, if you just want to keep track of how many hit points you have.
Right. Hit. Right. So I need to put like, I'm down to 8 now.
Yes, you are down to 8 now.
8 points left.
We die if that runs out, right?
Yeah, if that runs out, you will be knocked
I
unconscious.
can use the magic thing to heal him, right?
Yeah, you could use magic to heal.
However, I also have Strength of the Grave, so when damage reduces you to 0 hit points, you can make a Charisma saving throw. On a success, you drop 1 hit point instead. So I'm all good.
Yeah, so if you would drop down to 0 hit points, Atholl has a chance to not do that, but on the situation where that fails, or if anyone else drops to 0, you will be knocked unconscious, and your body will be unstable. You'll roll to like see if you're able to stabilize, or if you will die from your injuries. Or a friend of yours could come and try to treat your injuries, or Kia could cast some sort of healing magic to save you before you went from unconscious to dead.
Awesome.
But that we are not there yet. You've just taken 1 point. It stings as it hurts your body, but because of your spell, you're able to like prevent any like permanent scarring, anything like that. You're able to kind of like shrug it off, and you're able to dodge your way over to where the rest of these bodies are. You can see that behind the 4 bodies, there's a lot more possessions than there are like bodies that could possibly hold them, as if like other bodies had been in here in the past and they'd been decomposed in a similar manner.
Ooh.
but their stuff has
So
been
there is-
left behind.
Right, so there's potentially either the house is alive and killing people, or there is a killer who is then disposing them in this room.
Yeah. Now that you're up close to the bodies, if you would like to inspect them and make a medicine check, you might be able to get a better
Yep.
idea of how they died.
Right, so medicine, I've got +0. That's great. So do I do a D20 again?
Yep.
And then do like... Right. So I got 17.
Jeez
That's good.
Louise, Atholl, you are rolling well.
I know, literally, I'm surprised. I normally do quite bad.
Keep it up.
Looking at these bodies, it looks like a lot of the damage that they took there all seems to be like a side of each of the bodies. It's different on some, but either like their like front face and like stomach area, or like along the back, or for one of the bodies down along one of the sides of them has been completely acided away first, as if they
Ouch.
were like, as if some sort of like acid adhesive was like stuck to them on one side of their body. You can see bruises, internal bruises, as if they had been hit by some sort of blunt force object. And on one of the bodies, you can see large teeth marks. It looks like whatever like bit into this thing had teeth like about as round as like a I don't know, like a bowl, like this big.
Oh, right. Wow.
Like the tusks of the guy who wouldn't let us come up.
Mm.
Very possible.
So what we do now, am I to can I see if any of them resemble the ghost, or are they kind of past the point of
You
resembling?
can do your best to look at what's left of their features. Can you make an investigation roll to see if you're able to tell that?
Investigation is a -1. Right, okay. So then roll. I rolled 13, so -1 is 12.
12. They're just too decayed for you to get anything super recognizable off of them. Based on body size, it's very possible that one of these bodies belongs to the ghost, but you just can't tell for certain.
Right.
The ghost said that there was something near its body that prevented it from crossing over. What's in all those possessions behind the bodies?
But maybe it could be the mere fact that it's in this room that's not letting it pass on.
As you are still in this room for a while now and investigating, can I have you make another acrobatics check to see how well you're able to continually dodge the acid coming down from the ceiling?
Okay. Right. Acrobatics is a 1 +1 anyway. And then I'll roll. 8.
Yeah, more acid is going to come down as you're investigating the faces of these bodies. And this time you will take 2 points of acid damage.
Oh no.
Bringing you down
Oh,
to
no.
I've got a
6.
+4 medicine, you're good.
So 6. 6 points left now. Yeah, we're gonna mission abort this, and I'm gonna leave the room,
Okay.
please.
Yeah, you quickly make your way out of the room, preventing, dodging out of the way of any more acid falling onto your body.
Awesome. What now, guys?
I'm gonna look at that stuff behind the bodies.
So you're gonna
you
go in?
then. On you go then, sis. On you go.
All right, entering the room, can you make an acrobatics check for me?
20, 13.
13. You are able to go in, and you are just able to dodge out of the way. You almost have one moment like Lalandarin does, but you kind of remember seeing what happened, and you're like, dodge out of the way before it falls down onto your shoulder, and you make your way over to the possessions unscathed.
Second mouse gets the cheese.
That's a dark saying that I have never heard before. Wow.
I said 3. Yeah, 3.
All right, so you're checking through the possessions?
Yeah.
All right, can you make an investigation check for me, please?
2.
Oh no.
As you're digging through this stuff, your inherent teachings under mask just kind of like make you a bit distracted by the sheer amount of like pocket change and gold coins that have been left behind by these people. You very quickly lose task of what you're actually looking for,
steal?
and you just find yourself pocketing pieces of gold to line your pocket more. You get 12 gold pieces. You're a bit more wealthy from today, but you do not find at all what you're looking for. And as you're there counting coins, I'll need you to make another acrobatics check to see, while you're investigating there, if you can continue to dodge the acid coming down from the ceiling.
I'm going.
If I get that,
Ooh.
if I get that right, Kita just stole from the dead.
Absolutely, just stole from the dead.
Literally, like, hashtag not associated.
Oh, you're a devil. It's not the worst thing I've done, probably.
All right, so you're as you're moving about this pile of stuff, you're still keeping abreast of the stuff falling down from the ceiling, dodging it effectively. But after you've gathered the gold coins that you can, you have not at all checked for what you were looking for.
Nice one, Kita.
Yeah, well
Great
done.
way to get me back on focus.
Alright, I guess I'll do the same thing if that ends your turn.
All right, go
Does
ahead
that
and
mean
make
I
an
can get out?
acrobatics check as you go into the room, Sai.
Alright, so that's a
Am I still
plus...
digging through the possessions?
15.
15? Easy peasy. You are used to going into dangerous situations like this. Like, you hear Mission Impossible music in your ears as you're like, ding, 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 and you like dodge your
My
way
jam.
through all of this stuff. Like, you like roll between like blots of acid as it like splashes from the ground. Completely unscathed. You make your way over to the pile of possessions. Can you make an investigation check as you look through them?
Yep. So plus 5... 17.
17, kind of like nudging Pyro out of the way as she's counting her like 11th gold coin. You dive into the pile of possessions and you pull out a amulet with a strange circular symbol, spirally symbol on it that has kind of been wrapped around a book with a leather binding. It seems to have some sort of magical qualities to it, but as you have successfully found your quarry, you've been standing still for a little bit. Can you make another acrobatics check for me to see if you're able to continue to dodge the acid raining down on you?
Alright. That's another 15.
Another 15? Easy enough. You get the thing, you're like, okay, keep up to where I am. You have the thing, you'll know that you'll need to like get a better look at it to see what it is, but you have the sense that staying in the room might be not the safest place to do it because you'll have to keep dodging acid falling down.
Alright, let's look at it outside then. Outside the room.
Can I leave the room?
Yeah. Sai and Pyro, you're both able to make your way on out of the room, dodging the acid.
Okay, I'll just hold onto Sai's tail and let her guide me.
Yeah. Like she's guiding you out as you're now. You look through your whole coin bag and you're like, yes, it's like almost.
You said I got 12, right? So that's added to my 10 already, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you have more than doubled your amount of gold today.
I'm rich.
Letting Sai guide you out from the tail, you make your ways back out into the hallway with the amulet and the tome. What would you like to do?
You said the book had words on it?
It has a leather binding, and the amulet is wrapped around it, so you'll have to take the amulet off and like open the book to see like what's inside.
What amulet is it first?
Does Kita not have an amulet? Is it the same?
It is certainly not an
I've got
amulet of
the
mask. This one
watch.
has a spirally symbol, whereas the mask amulet looks like a
It's-
mask. Kita, as you take this symbol and start looking at it, can you make a religion check for me?
Pretty sure I have nothing for religion. Yeah. 8.
8. You look at this symbol and you instantly recognize that you don't recognize it. And this, for you, means something because you are well versed in the general religions and the gods that have the most like influence over the world. This is some obscure, like not very well known about symbol for some sort of deity, but you don't know who that is, and that means that it's on the obscure end of possible religious iconography that you could come across.
Well, that sucks.
I feel like if we take it off, something bad's gonna happen.
Of course, a lot of that comes from opening a book. The Mummy.
Very true. Very true.
What are you all
Why
doing?
not? Why not just do it? Why not? I mean, we've come this far.
True, very true.
All right, who's opening the book?
Oh,
Open it
Kita's got it in her
stealthily.
hand. Kita's got the book. She might as well open it.
Alright, Kita.
Yay!
All right, are you
Come on,
opening the book?
Pyro.
Joy.
You can do it. We have faith.
We believe in you.
I can open
Well,
it with the stealth, right?
Yeah,
How stealthy can you open a book, though? It's like...
yeah, there's nothing really to hide yourself from. You can like put it on. You take the wrapping of the amulet off. You put the book on the ground, and you can kind of like give yourself like a little bit of a blast radius as you flip the book open, but you can't really hide.
Okay.
There's nothing to really hide from.
Okay. I'll open the book.
All right. You flip open the book, and on the inside you see drawings of a chest that you might find like pirate treasure inside of.
Ooh.
On the top of the page. On the bottom, you see a twisted perversion of this kind of chest where it has eyes coming off the top of it, and instead of like flipping it open for a lid, there are teeth lining where the lid would be. You can see that the drawing of the bottom version of the chest is a lot more fleshy in appearance and very sinister looking. You keep looking.
Does the teeth happen to look like the flags on the door?
They are certainly jagged and triangular.
Ay.
And scribbled along the margins of this page are arcane symbols that might be a little hard to decipher. If any of you are proficient in Arcana, if you have that little bubble filled in next to the Arcana skill, you can roll and see if you have a chance of deciphering what those are.
Well, I'm out.
I'm only a +1.
Same.
But none of you
Well, I've
have
got 0.
none of you have the circle filled in. None of you are proficient in it.
Mine's not bubbled, no.
Oh wait, no. Mine has a little bubble.
All right, so you are
Little-
proficient in it.
little
You've trained
Yay.
in looking at stuff like this, so you're the only one with a chance to figure out what those symbols mean if you want to make a roll for it.
Right, yeah, we'll do that. Sorry, get out of the way, Pyro.
Hey!
Give me the book.
I'll flare my eyes at you.
Right, so it's a +1, and then I'm just doing a d20, right?
Yep.
17.
17.
Oh wait, no, 18. I've accidentally got that on -1, not +1. So 18.
18. Okay.
Yeah.
Looking at these symbols, you can tell that these are meant to pervert the nature of an object. They're manipulations of like creatures There's it's very complex magic. You're able to understand like the base, like kind of what they want to do, but like it's past what your specific knowledge is. But it looks like whatever this creature on the front, which now that you're looking at these symbols, you recognize as a mimic, a being that is able to disguise itself as something that might lure people close to it so that way it could eat them. And it looks like whatever magic was done in this book was to pervert a mimic and perhaps make it more powerful than what it normally would be able to accomplish on its own.
So maybe my theory about the inn is right, because it's disguised itself as an inn to lure people in, because it's in the middle of nowhere. People would go in, and they would die because they're actually like a killer house, and that's why it's an inn with no name, because it ain't an inn, it's a person. Solve the case, right?
As you are celebrating with the text of the book open, the text itself starts to glow, a faint orangish kind of glow, and the inn itself begins to rumble. The illusion of the inn begins to dissipate, and you can see that you are standing inside of its body. The floor that you are on becomes a lot more sticky, like the surface of the closet that you were inside before. Acid slowly begins to line the ceiling above you all. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Initiative. Oh gosh.
Initiative.
Right. Where's initiative?
Oh, top?
Yes, the top middle area.
Oh, initiative +1. Yay. So is that just a D20? Is that a D20 again?
Yes.
Isn't it rolling?
I'm 11.
Oh, 22.
22, nice.
Oh, I got 20. 20.
Okay.
That was with my +1.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Pyro?
11.
Nice.
Way! No, joking.
It's fine, I've got +4 medicine. I can heal myself.
As you guys are deep down this side hallway of the inn, its illusory form begins to dissipate. The place begins to rumble, and you can tell that whatever you have done has alerted the massive mimic inn that you know what's up, and it has begun its feeding process early. What would you like to do, Sai?
Great. So the goal is to get out, right?
Ideally, unless you want to end up...
Can I teleport everyone out, or is it just myself?
It's just yourself, and you can only teleport 30 feet
guys.
and somewhere that you can see. So you couldn't teleport out of the building, unless you made it to a window and you could see out. There are unfortunately no windows in this hallway, as if to prevent that very type of stuff.
You can teleport more than once, though, can't you? So that you could teleport somewhere closer, and then teleport out. Surely.
I only have twice. I can only do it twice now.
You only have 2 more, and you can only do it once per turn.
Oh, right. Maybe you should. I don't know. Maybe to like try running. I don't know.
Is there direct? What do I see as in direction to go?
So you are at the very end of the hallway of rooms that you went down, the exact opposite end that the bathroom and the door that you came through to get in this hallway was in. You're probably about 80 feet down this hallway to the door that you came in through to go back into the main tavern area.
Okay, and you said everything was turning into acid, right?
Everything is starting to get more fleshy, and the ceiling is beginning to like line itself in the acid coating that you saw in room number 3 that you just investigated.
Right. All right. So I guess I'm running. I'm running down that hall.
All right. You can take a, if you're not going to attack or do anything like that, you can take a dash action and move double your speed.
Ooh.
Dash action.
Yeah. That's
Where
not
is
listed
that?
on your sheet. That's just a thing that you can do. So, like, your speed is 30 if you don't do the dash action, but if you are like, I'm not going to attack or anything, I am just sprinting, you can instead move 60 feet closer towards the door that you came through.
Get to stepping, girl. Get to stepping.
And I can only do that one time, or
You can
let's
do
just
that on your turn whenever you want.
All right, let's do that.
All right, you dash your way down the hallway. At the end of your turn, you make it 20 feet from the door that you came through. Having done that action, that is your turn. Lalandarin, you are up.
Yay! Can I just follow her?
Yeah, you're able to do the exact same thing. You are able to dash 60 feet, keeping in pace with Psy, heading towards the door. Both of you 20 feet away. And with that being your turn, what was that?
Yeah, do that. Yeah, do that. Strength in numbers.
Alrighty. With that is the end of your turn. The whole place begins to shake and rumble as this creature rouses itself from its illusory state. The entire floor begins to shake like you are in a massive California earthquake. And I need everyone to roll a strength saving throw to see if you're able to keep on your feet or if you are knocked to the floor.
Oh,
Strength.
strength. My strength sucks.
Did you
What
plus
do
1
you
or
have?
13?
I have a -1.
So if you've got
Ouch.
+1, but then the little box says 13, what does the 13 mean?
The 13 is like, it doesn't add anything to your roll. That's like your base stat. All of these are out of a max of 20, with 10 being the average. And because you're a 13 in this, it gives you your +1 boost to it. It's like mechanics behind the game. You don't really need to worry about that for this situation.
Right.
I
So
got
you
a
want
16.
us to roll
A D20 and then add your strength saving throw in that saving throw box above these skills.
I have +1 and roll 21.
God
Oh.
dang it, Atholl.
I'm so jealous of you.
I swear mine is
Wow.
rigged, like,
Alright,
honestly.
so
And
that's a
I'm
21
doing
from
this
Atholl.
genuinely
Kita,
as
what'd you
well.
get?
Like, I swear I'm doing this genuinely. So it's 21.
Great. Kita, what'd you get?
12.
12, okay. And Donna?
16.
16. Alright.
I just grab
Lalandarin
onto
and
their tails
Sai,
and
you're
let them
able to
pull me
keep
to
your
safety?
footing as you are sprinting. Pyro, you're caught a little off guard from all of this going on as you're still inspecting the amulet and the book.
The
And
money.
you are knocked down to the ground.
Oh no.
It doesn't hurt as you fall, but the ground itself is kind of sticky, and it will, on your turn, it'll take some effort to get up from it. And it is in fact your turn next. Can you make an athletics check for me to see if you're able to pull yourself off from the ground?
Okay. Please be something high. Please be something high. You said athletics, right?
Yep.
21.
21. You are able to pull yourself up from the ground. It takes some of your movement to do so. So you have 30 feet of movement theoretically. It takes 15 feet of that movement to like pull yourself up, just in terms of the time that you have in a turn.
Okay.
Oh no, my pen just broke. Sorry. Like, literally just broke in my hand.
You got so
Why,
excited.
You're worried about your pen?
I think
But
I
now
fixed it.
standing and having touched the fleshy surface, you realize you pretty much have two options: run like your friends, or you notice that like you are inside of a living creature. You could harm it from in here if you would like to, but your turn
That's
is
what I was
your own.
thinking of.
What are you gonna
Wait,
do?
who? Me.
Yeah, still your turn. You managed to stand up, but you still have the rest of your turn.
Let's cast a spell, inflict wounds.
Okay.
I can do that. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Wait. I can do the command thing, right?
You could cast command.
One word. Is there a word to make it just freeze in place? Stop moving?
Halt would be the your best bet at that.
Okay, halt.
Okay. As you stand up, you clutch onto your amulet of mask. You draw on his power and you shout, "Halt!" for this creature to hear. Can you make a... Or no, it makes a save. It makes a wisdom saving throw. That's an 11. What's your spell save DC?
+4.
That's your attack modifier. Your spell save DC
Oh,
is...
sorry. I'll save. 14.
14.
Sorry.
So an 11 does not pass. As you shout at this creature to halt, it stops doing what it would ordinarily do for the duration of its next turn. You still have 15 feet of movement if you would like to start heading down the hallway that your friends have begun running down as well.
Yeah.
All right.
I was thinking high.
Yeah, I'll go.
Yeah, so
Let's
you are
hightail it.
65 feet away from the door, and your friends are 20. With that being your turn, it now would be the inn's turn, but instead of doing anything, it's just going to stay still. The acid's still accumulating at the top, as this is a natural part of the feeding process for it, but it's not going to do anything to attempt to delay your escape because of that command spell. Making our way back to the turn order. Sai, you are up next.
All right. I mean, we should fully escape, right? Since it's at a halt, or did you guys want to? Should we attack?
I would get out.
All right, let's get out.
Save yourselves! You two can get out. I'm still in here for 2 more turns.
Really?
Possibly.
Yeah.
All right, I'm out.
All right. Well, you are out of this hallway. As you open the door back to the cavern, or back to the tavern, I should say, the door handle itself is kind of sticky, and in order to get your hand off of it, can you make an athletics check for me?
Ooh.
Athletics. Oh, -1. 7.
Well,
Your hand is just stuck to this door, and you are unable to dash any farther than where you currently are. You have made it out of the hallway, and you are in the main tavern. Overall, you are about 90 feet between you and the door out of this place. There are no windows that you can see. It's just you and the door. Other people in the tavern have started to notice what's going on and started running their way over to the door as well. But you are stuck there. So you can't use your action to dash, but you could use it to do something else if you would like. If you would like to attack or do something like that.
Use my action? What do you mean?
So you get to do something every turn. That's called using your action. Instead of being able to use it to dash like you did last time, you can't do that because you're stuck. So you could instead use it to attack with one of your weapons, or if you have some other ability, use one of those.
What can I do? All I can literally do is attack.
You can... Yeah, that's kind of the situation that you're in right now.
So I'm pretty much forced to attack?
You could not.
What if I attack and you guys get trapped or something? Should I do it?
Find out.
It's fine. I've lived a full life. I got some gold.
Alright, are you guys... Should I attack or should I wait for you guys?
well, how long is it halted for? Or maybe wait for me.
Okay.
Wait for you. I'm 50 feet behind you.
But you stole gold. No one cares. Literally.
Wow. Pyro, perhaps learning where her
All right,
friends'
I'm
loyalties lie
I'm
in
waiting,
a
I guess.
situation of danger.
So Donna's waiting.
Waiting.
All right,
I'm being
you can
nice and
hold your action to attack later, not on your turn, if you would like. So are you going to wait until Lalandarin comes out of the door as well?
Sure.
Okay. So you will wait until he does that to attack. Cool. Lilandrin, it is your turn. Are you going
I'm gonna run towards Donna.
All right. You make it. She's only 20 feet ahead of you, so you're able to make it on up to her against the door.
And hopefully she leaves that door open.
Yes, the door is at, yeah. You, started to run and, got caught with your hand on the door behind you, so it's still open.
Right, cool.
All right, you make it over
So
to her. Now that Lilandrin has caught up to you, if you would like to make your attack, Donna, you are able to do so.
Should I? I feel so bad for Kita.
I'm fine.
Maybe we should give her.
On something.
Maybe we should we're okay because we're kind of out of that sticky room. Maybe we should try and see if she can also get towards us at least a little bit.
Okay. You still have so you're holding your action even farther still, Donna. So you can maybe attack after Kita gets out if she's able to. Atholl, what would you like to do?
Hang on. Right, let me just read because I want to see if I can maybe do something to help Kita.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As an action, Right, wait a minute. The best thing I can do is either send it a message, but it's not gonna listen, or I can do a ray of frost.
Message. Sorry, we couldn't save you.
I know, that's what I thought too.
No, send a message to the inn, but that's not gonna listen.
You know that your ray of frost, because you said you were considering that if you were to hit the inn with it, it would slow its movement slightly. So perhaps that might be the best thing you can do to help out Pyro so she can escape.
Yeah, do that then. Yeah, we'll do that.
All right,
Boom.
make an attack roll and add your spell attack.
If this
bonus.
is the one you get as a low roll, I am haunting you.
So my attack bonus is +5.
Yep. So roll a d20 and add
a
5
d20. A d20.
Yep.
Right. I'm not adding my +5. Hang on. 10.
You weave the shadows in the area and burst forth a blue icy light, and it scades across the outer wall of this inn area. But you just don't seem to concentrate it enough to penetrate its the thickness of its internal organs. It doesn't do any damage, unfortunately.
Sorry, yeah, I tried.
That's fine.
And waiting there, that is your turn. Now the acid at the top of the place is going to start to pool down onto people. I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw.
What does that mean?
Dexterity.
So you're looking in the saving throw box next to dexterity. Rolling a d20 and adding whatever that is.
Oh,
Where's
24.
dexterity? Where's dexterity? Sorry, I'm getting confused. Oh, wait, no, I found it. Dexterity is +1. Right, okay.
All right, what'd you get, Donna?
24.
24. Kita?
21.
21, okay. Atholl?
Twins, 21.
You are all so used to this acid pouring down now as you dodge and weave your way out of it. Looking out into the main tavern chamber where people are trying to escape, they are unfortunately not seeing it coming as you guys are already used to it, and acid begins to pour down onto them, not killing them, but leaving severe burns across their back and their shoulders as they are trying to make their way over to the door and escape as you are. That is the lair turn. Pyro, you are up. What are you going to do?
If I just run, I can also go really fast, right? Or
yeah, you could
dash
Donna and go 60 feet. You would be right next to the door, but still on the hallway side of it.
That's probably your best
Let's do
bet.
that.
Yeah.
All right. sprinting your way
Make
along.
run for it.
Your short legs able to carry you up to the up next to the door. You are rejoined with your friends, though, on the other side of the door. So the order kind of looks like you in the hallway, Sai stuck to the door, and Lilandarin, who has made it to the other side.
I'm still stuck, huh? Okay.
You are still stuck to the door.
You're in limbo.
Now that a full turn order has passed, the effect of the halt command has stopped. The inn begins to regain its senses, and detecting that you tried to just blast it with some cold magic, a piece of the flesh from the ceiling is going to just droop down in kind of looking like a uvula in a throat, and it's going to go to try to smack you, Lilandero.
Oh.
Whew. And with a 16 to hit, that will absolutely hit you. And you will take 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, no. Oh, wait, no. Can I not do a spell? And, like, can I do a spell?
Your spell, unfortunately, does not work against bludgeoning damage. It's just elemental type stuff that would be able to that you would be able to protect against.
Can I not? There's not one that's like
your mage armor. You would have to use for your mage armor. You would have to use your action on your turn to put that up.
Can I do that then?
On your next turn, you can, but you will still take this hit.
I've already taken the hit, right? So, by mouse is that 4? Did you say?
Yeah, -4. So you are now down, I believe, to what are you at? 4.
2.
You were at 6, so now you're at 2.
Yay! Oh. I've still got that sage thing though, like the strength from the grave. So yeah.
Yeah, chance to not fall unconscious there, but your friend Lilandarin is starting to look hurt. As we go back to the turn order, Sai, you are up, still trying to pull your hand away from this. Can you make another athletics check for me, please?
Athletics check. That's a 1. 1.
Ouch.
Oh no.
As you try to pull your hand away, you put your hand on the door to like get more leverage to pull, and now both hands are stuck to the door.
Oh no.
Why?
Make an intelligence check for me. Just roll a d20 and add your intelligence modifier, which for you is, I think, a 1.
Plus,
yeah, it's a 1.
Oh, wait. Oh, down here. Intelligence? Wait, where are you looking?
The
I
ones
see.
just off to the side. Yeah, just straight intelligence.
17.
Collecting yourself for a second, you realize that if you were to teleport, the wall would not come with you.
Okay.
That's good.
Well, that's good. Okay, so if I were to teleport, where would I go? Like
you could go anywhere within 30 feet of you in the tavern.
Outside.
Looking.
I can't go outside.
Looking around in the tavern, you could make it over to on the other side of a table farther away. You could make it to the other side of the counter where the orc barkeep is still behind the tavern, looking pretty calm as if nothing's really happening.
All right, I don't trust that guy. Let's go behind that table.
All right. You manage to make your way over behind the table. Is that your action or a bonus action? That's just a bonus action, so you do still have an action if you would like to take it.
Oh, okay. What can I do, though?
Do you have any good healing?
I don't have any healing.
No, Donna doesn't have any healing. You could attack, or you could run somewhere. If you wanted to run over back to your friends, you could make it to them, or you could make it even closer to the door out.
I could totally get out of this. But I feel bad for you guys.
Get to the door, I'm good.
Yeah, get to the door. One of us needs to survive.
Alright. See, so all I can do is basically attack or get to the door, huh?
That's
right.
pretty. I mean, unless there's something else that you want to think of that you would do in this situation, something that you want to try.
I mean, I don't really have sneak attack. What can I sneak attack? Like, that guy's looking calm.
That guy is looking calm. You might not be able to get him, but this whole inn is one massive creature, so technically your allies are within 5 feet of it and could serve as a distraction enough for you to get your sneak attack because you're all inside the creature. So if you were to attack, you would add your sneak attack bonus.
Oh, that is all. Yeah, that's also a bonus move, right? A sneak attack.
Sneak attack is just that's your attack action, and then you add like the sneak attack bonus onto it. It's still just like it's the attack action, the one thing.
Does that count as stealth?
What was that?
A sneak attack, would that count as stealth?
A sneak attack is something that Donna is specially trained to do from her spy and roguish abilities. She can deal more damage when she's unseen or when the enemy is distracted, because she's trained to do that. That's not something that you really have access to.
No, I'm asking because I have blessing of this trickster. If I touch a willing creature, stealth has an advantage. That's why I wanted to know.
Gotcha. Yeah, if earlier when you guys were sneaking into the rooms, if you wanted to do that to help Psy not be detected, that would have been the time to use it, but...
Dang. Sorry.
That's all right. We're all learning. It's a new game for you guys.
All right, wait, so what did you say? What about my allies within 5 feet?
They are within 5 feet of the inn, so if you struck like the fleshy part of the whole building that you are in and you hit, you would get your sneak attack bonus to the damage.
All right, let's do that.
Okay. With your rapier?
Yeah.
All right. Whipping out your rapier, you go to stab into the fleshy part of this inn. Make an attack roll. So add a d20 and then add the weapon's attack bonus, which is a +5 for your rapier.
d20 plus 5. 25.
25?
Ooh.
You are able to plunge your dagger straight through the thickness of this hide. For damage, you are going to roll a d8 and a d6, and then add 3 to that.
So d8, just roll a d8?
Yeah, you're rolling a d8, and then your sneak attack, you're rolling a d6, and then you're adding 3 to both of those, to like that number added together to get your total damage.
For the d8, do I put the...
You can put the +3 there, and then just roll the d6 normally with no plus anything, and that would do the same thing.
Okay, so for the d8, I got a 6.
Okay.
And then roll the d6. Wait, every time I leave the modifier blank, it says nan.
I don't know what that means.
So do I put maybe if I put a 0 there. Okay, 6.
So 6 and 6, you got a 6 from the d8 and a 6 from the d6?
Yeah.
All right. Stabbing into it and dealing 12 damage total, you hear a roar come from this creature.
Wait, did you add the 3?
Reverberates throughout the entire innards as you pull your sword out. Some purplish blood starts pooling out where you stabbed it. You dealt a decent bit of damage to it, and that is the end of your turn. Lalandarin, you are up.
Right. What can I do?
Still next to the door
You
frame,
might want to
your
heal
ally
yourself.
has just rounded the corner to get out. Psy teleported her way back and started stabbing into this creature. You are free to do whatever it is you would like.
Well, I should probably use my mage armor just because, like, I could die. So I'm gonna touch a willing creature, which is myself.
Yeah.
Who is not wearing armor. Shadows swarm along the frame of the target, creating a protective barrier for 8 hours. The target's armor class AC becomes 13 plus of its dexterity modifier.
All right, so your armor class is now 14. You are that much harder to hit as shadows begin to billow around your mercenary uniform exterior, adding
So,
another protective
if I-
layer to make it harder for you to
If
get hurt.
if my armor class is already 11, does that mean anything?
It went from 11 to it is now 14, so you're in total 15% harder to hit.
Right. Okay. Get it out.
All right,
Can
so
I
that's
do
your
it?
action.
Can I
You
do
can
anything
still
else?
move closer to the door if you would like to do so to get out.
I'm gonna
Uh-huh.
move closer to Donna.
Okay. Since she just teleported 30 feet away, you are able to make your way all the way over to Psy on the other side of the table. You see the pool of blood where she has just stabbed into this
Oh, boy.
creature.
Where I give out, yes, queen.
He ran there just to tell me that.
Literally.
As you make your way over to there and say, yes, queen, at that pile of blood, the creature begins, the acid that has been spreading throughout the entire inn, fumes begin to come up from it, a noxious stench, as all of you begin to smell this stench. If you could each make a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
Constitution, so that's +3.
Saving throw.
So is that a D20 again, yeah?
Yeah, D20.
So 23.
And then Atholl, for you, you actually add 5 to it because it's a saving throw. Up in your saving throw box, you have +5 next to Constitution.
All right, so it's not 23, it's 20.
Should be
I'm
25.
bad at math. Yeah, 25. Yeah,
Okay,
cool.
25 for you. Donna?
Well, I did horribly, so that's 7.
7. Nice. Kita?
Ouch.
Oh,
Oh.
Kita froze.
Kita, no!
Oh no.
I thought she was studying something.
So did I.
She looked real mad. I thought she rolled like a 2 or something.
Oh, she's gone.
Sorry, my internet died.
Oh no! How much
How much
did
did
you hear?
you not hear?
I don't know. I panicked because the sound started jumping and I kind of lost track.
So did you know that
I think
made
Atholl
it to
was still
Donna?
deciding what to do.
All right.
All right,
Well-
so I made one armor for myself, ran over to Donna, gave her a yes queen because she like stabbed it, and then like there's like an aroma coming from the
Yeah.
The-
The acid on the ground is beginning to emit a foul stench. So if you can make a Constitution saving throw as the stench begins to penetrate your nostrils.
Constitution. Oh, thank goodness I have something there. 22.
Okay.
Hmm.
Lilandarin and Pyro, you are able to ignore the effects of this foul-smelling odor. Sai, unfortunately, this just, you take a big whiff of it, and it just really messes with you, this noxious odor. You, begin, watering in the eyes. On your next turn, any attack or any roll that you try to make will be done at disadvantage, so you'll roll 2 die and take the lower one.
Great.
We love that for you.
Right?
All right, that's the layer action. Pyro, you are up.
How far am I away from the door?
You
You're
are
just
right
beside
next to the door into the main tavern. Your friends have run 30 feet inside, enough for you to reach them, and then they are 60 feet from the door out of this whole debacle.
Okay, can I use a cantrip and then still run out?
You can
little.
use your cantrip and then move your 30 feet of movement over to where your friends are right now.
Okay, because I want to use Toll of the Dead and then move.
Okay.
What does that do?
Toll the Dead. Yeah, so you pointing up at this whole terrible inn that you are in. The sound of
use that
bells
finger.
begin to reverberate down the hallways and through the fleshy caverns, and it makes a wisdom saving throw. That's a 2, so it fails.
Yes.
And because it is damaged, roll a d12, and it will take that much necrotic damage.
D12. 12!
As these bells
Wow.
roll, reverberate throughout the hall, the wound that Donna you just dealt begins to like pulsate, and blood begins like spilling out as opposed to just pooling as the wound is worsened by Kita's necrotic magic.
I just got these shoes.
Sorry. I'll
The
get
creature
you
lets out
I
a
got gold,
howl
remember?
of
She did
pain.
get gold.
The creature lets out a howl of pain as Pyro makes her way to join where the rest of you are standing in the center of this place. It is now the inn's turn. The orc behind the counter, like, puts his hands up on the counter and begins to, like, rise up higher than he should until his torso is completely over the thing, and there are no legs that were behind this counter. This appears to be the massive tongue of the creature, and it is going to lash its way forth at the three of you, attempting to, like, grab you to, like, bring you back farther into its abyss and swallow you is its goal. If you can
So,
What's
is Pyro still 30 feet away from us?
Pyro has just walked up right next to you. You
So
are
we're all
all
together,
right next
right?
to each other.
Cool.
So if
All
you
right,
can
cool.
all make a dexterity saving throw as this tongue lashes to grab the three of you.
Dexterity, so that's plus
Alright.
1.
Pretty good at that.
13.
13, okay.
19.
19.
24.
All right. All of you, like you're playing some
19.
demented game of jump rope, kind of leap over this tongue as it lashes all of you, getting the timing perfectly. You're a very well synchronized group, and the tongue kind of retreats back to where it was earlier as the creature begins plotting its next move. Sai, you are up.
Alright, so we're attacking this thing, right? Or are we running out that door?
How close is the
We're
door?
already out,
The
aren't
door
we?
is 60 feet away from
We're in the
the three of you.
we're in the main tavern part.
Yeah, you guys are
Right.
in the main tavern on
Oh.
behind a table. To get to the door that you came through, it will be a 60-foot dash to get over there.
60
We both have
dash.
speed. Betty, right? I mean, all three of us.
Yeah, so we collectively could all do like a double dash, pretty much. Get the 60
Yeah.
feet and then just hope it doesn't do anything bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's do that.
So you dash 60 feet over, Lalander, and you're up next, so you're dashing your 60 feet as well?
Yep.
All right. Both of you dash over. As you reach the door, two people are currently at the door trying to pry it open. The elf that you saw before with the short blue-dyed hair, and one of the dwarves that was behind the counter. She has a darker skin complexion, and she is wielding on her back. She has a massive war axe that is currently sheathed. As the two of them are trying to work together to pull this door open, but it appears to be to no avail at the moment. As the acid on the roof begins to drip down once more, I need everyone to again make a dexterity saving throw to avoid this acid.
Dexterity.
21.
Okay,
20.
20.
Oh no! 2!
2! Oh
Oh
no!
god.
You and the elven fellow are unable to dodge the acid as it goes down. Kita, you will take 5 points of acid damage as this just
ew.
ripples down. It pools up on your shoulder and pours down your arm, leaving horrid acid burns along your arm.
Oh no.
Ouch.
And with that, Pyro, it is your turn.
You've got healing. You've got healing, do you not? Can you not do
Yeah,
something?
I've got the medicine thing.
If you do heal, you will not be able to dash all the way over to the door. You'll only be able to make it 30 feet closer.
Hang on, how much health do I still have?
You
should
still don't
be
have
at
9 points.
5 right now, because you started with
Yeah.
10 and you lost 5.
Dash to the door.
All right. dashing your way over. You make it to the door with the rest of your friends, and that is the end of your turn as you dash your way over. The flags that no longer look like flags, but instead a set of jagged teeth, as you are all up over at this door, they're going to attempt to bite down on all of you.
Oh, God.
To quickly dash your way back. I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity. 9.
Not great.
19.
Okay.
17.
All right.
You said dexterity, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
All right. Everyone except
17.
for Sai is able to back out of the way in time. Sai, as
Oh,
these
no.
as these teeth come down, it will catch your leg just as before you're able to back your way up, biting down and
Awesome.
piercing into your flesh. You will take 8 points of piercing damage
I really like that leg.
Ooh.
as the mouth
So
reopens,
that's,
releasing your legs. The amount of blood pooling out is a lot, and you can tell, like, this is gonna hurt for a while. You're still up, but you are injured.
Ouch.
Alright, so the door is locked,
The door is
And we have
closed.
this
Sai,
thing
you are
attacking-
up.
and we have this thing attacking us. What do we do?
Should we not like try and attack the door, to try and get it to open?
Can we do that?
Only one way to find out.
But what attack? Like, I have. I mean. Oh wait,
Can I
I have
use
the. I have.
mace to
Wait,
try
what
and
about the
break the
thieves'
door down?
tools?
Your thieves'
Is it-
tools might not do it, but you do have a crowbar if you wanted to help pry this door
Oh,
open.
I do. Okay,
Yeah,
let's
it's
do
not
that.
so much that this door is locked with like a mechanical lock as it is just like the
Yeah.
creature itself doesn't want to let you out, so it's forcing the door to stay shut.
Okay.
All
Let's
right.
use the crowbar then.
All right, so you take out your crowbar and you ply it against the inside of the door. Can you make a d20 roll, and I'll have you add your strength and your proficiency, which will add up to, you add 1 to the roll, because it's -1 plus 2.
Oh, strength and proficiency.
Yeah,
What'd you
so
say?
it's -1 plus 2, so overall you're just adding 1 to the die roll.
Okay. 19.
You
Yes.
pry against this door, and you get it to creak its way open. It's not open nearly enough to let someone out, but you've begun to make progress such that people without a crowbar could grab on and help you pull it open.
All right.
All right, and with that, Lalandarin, you are up next.
Awesome. What can I do? What can I do?
What can you do?
Right. Hang on. I could either try and stop the inn from doing something, or I could try and help Sai with the door. I don't really know though.
Gotta make a choice.
I could maybe.
How about the door?
Yeah, because what's the inn doing now? Nothing?
Yeah, right. Okay, I'll help with the door. Yeah.
Okay, make a just a strength roll for me, please. So roll your d20 and then add your strength bonus in towards the top left corner of your page.
Strength, that's +1. So I got I was 17 plus 1, so 18.
18. You pull the door open even further. It is open such that someone of a smaller frame might be able to escape out to the other side. For the three of you, that mostly means that Pyro could escape through, or the dwarf that is out at the front with you. It's open
What
farther.
has the
You're
dwarf
making
done for
progress.
What?
What? I missed that. What?
She said, "What has the dwarf done for us?"
Fair point. It's almost as if...
It's every creature for themselves.
All right. With that, it is the lair action of the creature. What's it going to do? Seeing that you're getting way too close to escaping for comfort, it is going to begin to jostle its whole body again, attempting to shake loose and get both Psy and the Lilandrin's grip off this door and knock you all to the ground. Can everyone make a strength saving throw for me, please?
A what throw, sorry?
Strength saving throw.
A strength saving throw. So what's the difference between a strength throw and a strength saving?
So the saving throw is that little box towards the top left where there's it's above the skills that you've been looking at before.
Oh, right. It's still +1, right? Okay.
Right. I got a 7.
Okay.
I am just not.
I got 11.
I got a 14 + 1, so that's 15.
Okay. And Kita?
11.
All right. Both Psy and Pyro are knocked to the ground. Psy, you lose your grip on the crowbar and it comes loose. But Lilandrin, you're able to just strain yourself and keep the door as open as it was before, not losing any of the progress that you or Psy had made.
Loving life.
Pyro, you are up. You are on the ground, and in order to get up from the sticky surface, I need you to make an athletics check.
21.
21. You are able to easily yank yourself off up the floor. What would you like to do on your turn?
I can slip out of the door, right?
You could.
Hang on. I kind of want to do something to this thing. What does Sacred Flame do again?
That shoots an arc of divine radiance onto the target to attempt to damage it with godly power.
Okay, I want to do that and slip out the door.
Okay. So it will make a dexterity saving throw. And just based on the size of this thing, you can guess it's not very dexterous. It's not going to move very well. Yeah, it rolled a 2 and it subtracts 4. So that's a -2 on that roll right there. Go ahead and deal whatever damage it is that you deal from that. So Sacred Flame, that for I'm looking at the right thing. That's a D8 of radiant damage.
Aw, only a 2.
Oh no.
No.
As your beam smacks into the side of this thing, it lets out a whimper of pain. It kind of braces itself. You definitely hurt it, but not a significant amount.
I think. Well, Sai did more damage, so.
Yeah. And then you said after you're going to slip out to the other side?
Yeah, slip out.
Okay.
Peace.
Bye.
Slipping out to the other side of the door, we'll find out what you might or might not do on your next turn. As the inn is up, the tongue is again going to attempt to stop your escape, this time only targeting Lilandrin in specific, as he's the only thing holding this door open at this point. It's going to lash forward and attempt to grab onto you. Can you make a dexterity saving throw for me, please?
Dexterity. That's a D20 again, yeah?
Yeah.
15.
15. As this tongue lurches forward, you are able to dodge out of the way. As the tongue comes out, and Kita, you watch just like from the other side of the door, just a tongue like come out and like wiggle a little bit before it slips back inside of the door of this place. As it missed you. That is the end of its turn. Sai, you are up on the ground, the sticky surface. In order to pull yourself up, you need to make an athletics check for me.
Oh, God. This is the one I'm worst at. Athletics. It's a -1. Oh my God, 0.
No.
You are just completely unable to pull yourself free from the surface of this thing. As the dwarf woman and the elven individual see that you three have made the most progress in helping them escape with their lives, they're going to come down and they're going to attempt to pull you off the ground.
Thank God.
With an 18, they pull you up and they right you. And they
Nice.
say, thank you for getting this door open. Now let's get the heck out of here. What are you going to do?
Alright. Alright, so we
Join
can't.
me on the other side.
I know, I was like, I can technically teleport, right?
Now that you can see
Since
the
I can
outside,
see-
you could teleport to the other side, yeah.
But I can't bail on Atholl and the dwarves and elves that just saved me, literally.
You could teleport to the other side where you would have a better grip to pull the door open even farther for them.
Okay, that's a good idea. Let's do that.
Okay. Using your last teleport for the day, you just go just on the other side of the door and position yourself to attempt to pull it open even farther. Roll a d20 and you can add, we'll say your dexterity modifier to it, so that should be a +3.
+3. Ah, 6.
All right, you get a grip on the door. You're not able to pull it just exactly, but if something does happen to the Lalandarin on the other side, you will at least prevent the door from shutting again.
Alright.
Oh, great.
All right, Lalandarin, you are up.
Oh, I don't know what to do. Probably try and pull the door more, right? And then try and escape.
Yeah, so if you
Because I've got the dwarf and the elf now, haven't I, trying to help me? So, like, surely I can pull it more and then be like, bye!
Well, you could certainly pull it open, get to the other side, and, like, keep pulling so they have a chance to escape as well.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that.
All right, make a strength check for me, please.
Strength checks is +1, and then a d20, right?
Yes.
16.
16. As you put your full weight against this door, and with Psy helping on the other side, you manage to crank it open just enough that you are certainly able to squeeze your way on out and hold the door, so perhaps the elf and the dwarf can escape on the other side.
Yay.
All right. As this thing is up, it will do its last attempt to prevent 3 tasty-looking meals from escaping, and it will just completely abandon the fact that it tried to prevent the door from opening, let it open wide shut. The hole in itself will rise up on out of the ground as it's lifting its jaw in an attempt to bite you 3. Can you each make a dexterity saving throw for me, please?
Dexterity is +1. 21.
Nice.
Ooh, 24.
Nice.
Ooh.
10.
All right. Psy and Alandarin, you are able to dodge out of the way, but Pyro, you are not able to escape this bite before it comes down, and you will take 7 points of piercing damage.
Oh no.
Which will put you...
That puts me in a -2.
You'll just stop at 0. As it bites down into you, you fall unconscious on the ground, bleeding profusely on the ground before you.
What's that? What's that? Yeah, what's that? Yeah, what's that? It's the world's smallest violin. Oh, that's what you get for stealing from the dead.
Perhaps this could be karma coming for you. But as you lie there it is now your turn. I need you to make a death saving throw. You are just rolling a straight d20. If you get a 10 or lower, that will count as 1 failure. If you get a 11 or higher, that will count as a success. 3 successes and you are okay. 3 failures and you are...
Oh no.
I'm rolling 3 times.
You're just rolling once for right now.
Oh, okay. 10.
That is 1 failure as the blood begins to pool around your body. It's not looking so good for your friend nearby. It's the inn's turn now. Now that, not its layer action, but its turn.
Oh no.
The tongue is going to come and attempt to grab Pyro's body on the ground and drag it back into the mouth. To prevent your friend from befalling this fate, Psy and Lalandarin, you're able to grab onto her body and attempt to pull the opposite direction. If each of you can make a strength check for me, please.
Strength, so that's +1.
Strength, oh
That's,
god.
a d20, right?
Yes.
14.
14, nice.
Wait, a strength... Oh, never mind, got it. 7, unfortunately.
All right. Your 14 and your 7 add to a total of 21 as you pull against this thing. It's pretty strong itself, rolling a total of 20. You beat it by 1 cumulatively.
Oh.
As you
Jeez.
pull your friend's body and the tongue loses its grip and slides back into the being itself as you keep her body from being consumed by this thing.
Ooh.
The elf and the dwarf are able to make their way onto the other side. The elf coming down with the same flower that they were messing with magically before. They'll take off some of the petals and put them atop your wounds, Pyro, and they will attempt to heal you. All right, as these flower petals begin to like meld into your body where the bite marks came through, your wounds are sealed and your blood stops pouring and you are healed 3 hit points. You are now at 3 health as you come to consciousness on the ground.
Ooh,
Thank you.
you're alive.
Can I hug them?
Yeah. So all of you are outside of the inn. You will be able to dash before the inn is able to do something to get you back in. Is that what you would like to do?
Yeah.
Should we each hit it with one more attack? I mean,
No,
it did almost
dash.
kill me.
I'm dashing.
I am dying right now.
So I'm gonna dash.
Okay.
I don't.
Double dash. I'm gonna double
Okay.
dash.
I'll dash with you guys.
begins darting away from the situation. Sai,
I will as well.
out of there. Pyro.
Wait for me!
As the 3 of you begin to dash away, the elf and the dwarf see, okay, yeah, we're running, and they begin to run after you. And as you run away from the inn, it begins to lick its wounds on the inside, knowing that it's not going to be fed for tonight, but perhaps another night. A meal will come to the inn with no name. That is the end of today's adventure.
Yay!
Yay!
You all survived. All right.
That was fun, guys.
Yeah, first time playing D&D. I thought that it went great. You guys made some cool calls. I totally forgot about your crowbar, Donna. You pulled it out to open the door.
That was so fun.
It was.
I
What
rolled
do you
a
guys
lot of
think?
20s.
Is this something
like,
that
was
you would
insane.
try in the future?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
This is so much fun.
All right, well, I could maybe be talked into running more stuff for you guys in the future if we wanted to do that. But I guess we're still streaming, so I should probably address
Oh, yeah.
audience
Right.
people. Thank you for watching this, whether you watch it live or you're going to watch it recorded in the future. Please
I know
again,
I'm watching this in the future.
hello future people, probably my brother because he's working on college application stuff. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for any encouraging comments that you may leave for our 3 new D&D players. This was all their first time playing, but you can usually find them making content on YouTube. Donna at the channel Psych IRL, Atholl Mills over at Atholl Mills, and Kita at the Socks Box. Do each of you want to like take a second, talk about what you do, anywhere else that people can follow you, that kind of stuff?
Donna,
No,
you go
Just
first.
kidding. I make YouTube videos about internet culture and YouTubers. It's a good time. It's really fun. You should subscribe.
Donna makes some of the best edited content and has
Literally.
some extremely like insightful narration to add to whatever topic that she's adding her voice to. I highly recommend her stuff.
Aw, thanks, Josh.
You're welcome. Atholl?
Well, yeah. I sometimes sing, and
Yeah.
apart from that, I sometimes do like reaction videos if it's like an artist that I really like, and yeah, I just like post random stuff. Really, there's not really like a flow, but I think I'm funny, So
I think
yeah.
Atholl is being a little
I think you're
modest.
funny too.
Atholl is one of the sassiest people I've ever come
Ooh.
across on this channel.
Definitely.
Very true.
Yeah,
My mom
Atholl's
still calls you sassy,
commentary
guys.
is seething at the least, being modest.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I have my moments. So yeah, I post content.
Yeah.
I still don't like talking about myself. It's
You
awful.
probably post more
Yeah.
frequently than I do, so. And Kita.
So yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I have a variety channel. I talk about stuff going on in my life. I do a little bit of music, and sometimes I show my husky Luke when I don't feel like being on camera.
The best dog. One of the goodest
Literally.
pups ever.
Better than your dog, Josh?
I said one of.
Oh, okay.
There's a difference between a small dog and like a big, like just lovable husky, and Luke definitely seems like a lovable husky. Kita also posts a lot of nerdy type stuff occasionally. If you're into the MCU, if you're into Harry Potter,
Yeah.
Potter.
Yeah,
That's a thing.
check out her stuff. If you're into to witchcraft, which who knows, if you're watching a D&D stream, that's very possibly up your alley. You should definitely check out Kita's stuff. All right. Well, thank you three for joining, and thank you
Thanks for
everyone
having
for
us.
watching. Maybe we'll do this again sometime, but until then, have a good week.